Okay, now let's create a new project. So I'm going to create a new folder here, Vega. Go inside this folder and then use Yeoman to generate a project. So Yo, and then we add the name of our template, which is ASP.NET Core-SPA. So all Yeoman templates, their npm package start with generator dash, but the actual template name doesn't have generator dash. All right, so this is Yeoman, and the version of my ASP.NET Core template is 0.8.7. The first question here is the type of framework we want to use on the client side. We've got Angular, Aurelia, Knockout, React, React with Redux, and Vue. So I'm going to use Angular. The next question is about the type of project we want to use. So previously, before the final release of Visual Studio 2017, Microsoft introduced a new project type, which is a JSON file called project.json. They were working on this as a replacement for CSproj files, because CSproj was very complicated, very heavy, whereas this project.json is very clean, very lightweight, and consistent with other frameworks. However, in the final release of Visual Studio 2017, Microsoft decided to drop project.json and go back to those CSproj files. So this project.json is only here for legacy reason, and all the future projects will be based on CSproj. So let's select this one here. Next question is about unit tests. Do you want to include them? Not at this stage. Now the project name, which is the same name as the folder. Okay, Yeoman created a bunch of files and folders here, and now it's going to npm to download and install all the node modules here. Okay, our project is ready. Now let's run it. There are two ways to run this project. One way is here in the terminal. So from the project folder, we execute .NET run. So this will build our application and then launch a web server at this address, localhost port 5000. So when we navigate to this address, this is what we get. It's a very basic web application using Angular 2 on the client and ASP.NET Core on the server. In the nav bar, we have three pages here: home, counter, and fetch data. This page shows an example of an API built with ASP.NET Core and an Angular component that consumes that API. So all this data you see in this table are coming from the server. Now we're not going to work with these pages, we're going to delete them, we're going to build an application from scratch. Now there is a second way to run our application. So here in the terminal, I want to stop this process. So we press Ctrl and C. Now I want to open this in VS Code. So code period. And this will open up Visual Studio Code pointing at the current folder. Now chances are this may not work on your machine. Let me show you how to fix this problem. So just open up VS Code manually. Go to the command palette. So Shift, Command and P on Mac or Shift, Control P on Windows. And search for command. The first item is install code command in path. So when you execute this, then you need to restart your terminal window, and then the path will be effective. So you can go to any folder and type code period. Now the second way to run our application is from inside VS Code. So if you don't want to switch back and forth between the terminal, you can do it here. So press Ctrl and backtick, which is the key before number 1 on your keyboard. So here inside VS Code, we have our terminal. And once again, we can run .NET run here. Next, we're going to look at the files and folders in this project.